You are listening to Rebel Sage Radio. I'm your host, Max Warren. Gentlemen, each week we deliver it real, raw, unfiltered conversations for men. Let's get started. Really excited to be having the opportunity to share a little bit about the vision for this podcast with you. It's funny, there's always a story behind everything. And the story behind this podcast is that I had a false start back in 2012, 2013. When I first got into men's work, I really was excited to make a difference, excited to step up to the plate and do something. But what I realized is that I really wasn't ready. So I launched the Emerging Masculinity podcast, and I think I got through about 7 episodes, and I had no idea what I wanted to do with it. I didn't have a vision for the podcast, and I wasn't really sure what direction to take it in. And so invariably, when you get to that point with a creative project, when you just don't have a way forward, there's only one of two choices. Either you sit down and you get clear, or you bag it. And in that case, I walked away because of the urgency of everything else in my life. And it's taken me years to really feel like I've come into a place where I have enough experience and I've lived enough life. I've done enough things where there's some real wisdom that I can share. And also, I am very lucky to be surrounded by absolutely brilliant souls, men and women who are doing their work, who are contributing in powerful ways, coaches, teachers, facilitators. I love the people that I'm able to keep company with. And some of the conversations that I have in private, guys, I want to bring you those conversations in public. I want to give you the opportunity, opening the doorway for you to get a look at all things life. So when we talk about real, raw, and unfiltered, what are we saying? Well, here's the deal. The places where we live as men, money, sex, communication, intimacy, fear, anger, insecurity, anxiety, all those places we rarely have an opportunity to talk about those things in a meaningful way. If we're sitting in circle with other men, if we have close friends and we've established the ability to be vulnerable with them, and they've made it safe enough for us to have those conversations, it's a powerful way for us to transform, get perspective, get input, get feedback. I love what I've heard most recently, and I can't quote, but I will absolutely own the fact that this is not an original thought to me. And I've seen it in a couple different memes, but it was actually discussed on a podcast. And I love this. And when the guys were talking, they were talking about unpacking the suitcase. What we're all looking for in life is partners that we can talk to and unpack our suitcase. Trusted friends and allies that we can dig into the nitty gritty, that we are in a safe place, and they're doing similar work. They're on a similar wavelength. They are respectful of our vulnerability and our openness. They hold our heart and they hold our potential reactions close, and they're able to help be a mirror for us, be a reflection to us of where we're progressing. And one of the things that I love to say, and I tell my guys this all the time, I know I have blind spots. And one of the beautiful things about blind spots is that your friends, it's just like if you guys have ever had to drive a box truck, helped a buddy of mine move over the weekend, and you realize there is no rear view mirror on a box truck. You've got to use your side mirrors, and you need a coordinated effort to see around that big old truck behind you. And life is like that. You need mirrors. You have blind spots. And for being able to live your best life, you need to have people that you take the journey with. So my hope for this podcast, my vision for this podcast, guys, I think it's really simple. I want to bring you conversations and discussion and teaching and principles and concepts that are drawn from all the wisdom streams, the best practices. When I say that I've done men's work for 15 years, it doesn't really mean anything, meaning that it's not like a pedigree. There's no arrival. There isn't a place that you ever get to where you're like, I finally done it. I've done that one mushroom journey. I've done that one summit. I've done that one retreat. I've had that one peak experience, and it's all clear to me. I have arrived. It's nonsensical. It doesn't exist in our experience. We're constantly evolving. We're constantly growing. But the beautiful thing is we don't have to do life alone. So my vision and my hope for this podcast is it becomes a powerful resource for you. It becomes a way for you to access people and their work that maybe you haven't been exposed to, and it gives you resources to grow. I'm not going to say accelerate your growth, but if you get stuck, I want this to be one of those places where you can come to say, I remember Max and the guys talking about this, and I want to check that out because I think that that's going to be beneficial. One of the reasons for me doing this podcast too selfishly is to risk being creative and doing something that is really on me. One of the things that I've realized over time is I've always been the number two guy. I've always hidden behind somebody. I spent a lot of time in the business world, working in the shadows, trying to be anonymous. And oftentimes, I would say things like, I'm the systems guy. I'm more comfortable behind the scenes. But this is an opportunity for me to put myself out there, put my voice out there, share my ideas, get kicked in the teeth by the trolls that are out there. We know there are some keyboard jockeys. There's going to be flack and feedback, but that's okay because it's all part of the game, guys. It's all part of the game. Really excited to have you along for the journey. Also, we will have at various times opportunities that get presented to you. If there are upcoming events that I'm aware of, I'm going to share that. If there are resources, books, summits, retreats, any of those things that might make your journey easier, that might be an opportunity for you to experience sitting down, having conversations, and talking to like-minded men. And I promise you, I have a ton of phenomenal guests lined up for us, and it's going to be exciting. Really, really happy to welcome you and invite you to check this out. Stay tuned as things develop, as the offerings mature. I'm sure that there will be a lot of good times ahead. Lovely to have you guys here. Really excited. Very cool to be in the situation to bring this to you. And let's rock and roll. Look forward to hearing your feedback. Thank you guys. Stay tuned.